What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video. I am going to be reviewing how to MOG. I don't know how much potential I have myself, so I'm going to make this video and see what I can do with it. Sorry for like the chopped look. Right now it's like 9:30 and I've been up since 3 a.m. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But here comes Charlie messing around. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, see what happens. Alright guys, let's make a video on how to MOG. So we'll start off by googling how to MOG. Wait, what is happening right now, dude? Oh my god, this is insane. I can't even make a video with this. My computer's so bad that it... How MOG? My computer's so slow that sometimes it takes forever to do anything, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't mean to take up your time. Okay, first is a WikiHow explanation here. A man can usually MOG others by being taller or having a stronger jawline, a deeper voice, or a better haircut or outfit. TikTokers usually use the term to make videos of attractive celebrities and models that they believe MOG everyone they pictured with. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. I've seen images, I've seen K Shammy, Prime Cookie, all them kind of do that kind of thing. I've seen other videos of people that just randomly have like that jaw, you know what I mean? So I understand it. I just personally feel like I'm not really there. Also, I'm not, in terms of height, I'm like average. I think I've last measured myself in high school like 5'10", so I'm not really sure, to be honest. But let's see what we can do with this. Reddit is probably the best place to go to get some actual advice, not just some like, you know, some I don't know what exactly to get. Okay, skincare: eat 2 bananas a day for potassium. Stop eating sugar and sodium like you can eat it, but not more than 2 teaspoons. And sodium is the biggest reason for bloating, so cut it out and lost a little weight. It'll make your features pop out more. You mean to avoid bloating, you should eat less salt because it contains sodium. Yeah, eat banana. So okay, first step, eat more banana and less sodium. So I guess I'll keep that in mind. Lose face, fat, build the body, chill, got good face and everything. Okay, that kind of didn't tell me much, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, looksmax.org. It can't get any better than the actual website itself. Verify that I'm a human, not a clanker, because I'm not a clanker. I would not be a clanker if I was trying to look smart. Okay. My complete guide to mastering the Asian Foid. Asian Foid didn't end up in best of the best, but probably will. What is MOGging? What is MOGging important? During a MOG, it multiplies the SMV of the MOGger. The SMV of the MOGgy heavily decreases or goes to literally zero. Below is a famous MOG example. I chat next to Normie. This is a brutal MOG because it's not just one factor. It's high face and body MOG simultaneously. The MOGgy has some sexual Machiavelli because he's actually dating the girl on the right next to Prime Connor Murphy. However, he becomes invisible and Connor becomes even more attractive than before. Wow, interesting. Highest one of the most common MOGs and being taller than anyone else significantly reduces their status, whether it's politics, dating game, business, or even an argument. The ideal male height is 6'2" to 6'5". Anything taller is awkward and lanky, and anything shorter is not ideal. If you're in puberty, get minimum 9 hours of sleep every day, drink lots of milk, maintain a good posture, don't be vegan, exercise to maximize high potential. If you're desperate, then consider drugs like human growth hormone, how to increase height after puberty, leg lengthening surgery, maintain a good posture so you don't shrink, take the giraffe pill. Guys, I think I'm cooked because I'm not doing that. I'm not getting surgery because if I get surgery, I'm not gonna be able to run in like 5 years. I already maintain good posture, and the giraffe pill, I'm kind of scared to look that up, so I don't even know what to do with that information. But you know what? This is the information from the organization, okay, guys? I mean, it is .org, not .com. This isn't a business. This is a lifestyle and an organization. So Maybe they're right. A wide frame is a very masculine trait and usually invisibly frame locking someone that can look like a child next to you, which shows their SMV. What is SMV? I'm confused. What is SMV? SMV. What is SMV? I have to look it up. Hold on. Before I get any further, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm already on. Okay, what in the world is SMV? I don't even want to look it up, to be honest, but I have to for the sake of the video because I want to make sure you guys understand that I'm doing this for you. Okay, I'm putting it on private because I don't know what I'm gonna find, and I don't want to find anything weird. Slow moving. Oh, sexual market value. Of course, I should realize that. Yeah, so I mean, I guess maybe scaling to this kind of thing. I wouldn't know. I mean, I can't measure myself. So A to Z, SMV, the SMV truth. Sexual market value, low SMV, high SMV. How to calculate? I guess I'm gonna calculate it. Okay. Charlie, my gosh, you see her? She's poking at, or she's playing with the thingy. Okay, the Pickup Bros sexual market value. Let's see what we got here, because we need to figure all this out. Why is it so huge? It's like an alert button. It's like you have to go up. Okay, how to? Okay, so why is it so huge? It's like half the screen. It's literally like a little bit less than half the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna, I guess maybe it's like censored or something, maybe trying to keep me out of it. Oh my god, look at this. Even if I minimize the screen, minimize the screen, it doesn't do anything. It just becomes the whole thing. What is this? What is going on? I can't even do anything. This is, oh, you know what? I get it. It's deeper than I thought. Clearly, I'm not able to look at this because I'm not even worthy of it. Okay, it's like a big old X. Like, I'm not even worthy of this information, so I can't even look at it. It has to be that. Like, it can't be anything else. Like, I don't know what else it could be. Okay, all jokes aside, we'll figure this out, guys. No problem. I'll tell the coder, to developer, whatever that is, to fix it. Okay. Depending on your age, formula's age. Okay, so I wish I could. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find the source code. Open in reading mode. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. What? How to raise losing? Okay, this is even more funny than I thought. I'm gonna maximize this over here. How to raise your SMV. We'll start there because we're just gonna go from the beginning. Losing your virginity. Okay, it's a big milestone. Some see it as the ultimate act of vulnerability with someone you cherish and hope to share their life with, while others it's more of a physical enjoyment of sex in itself. Having a high social market value gets eyes on you, more attention from the opposite sex, more interactions, all which leads to a higher chance of losing one's virginity. Okay, getting sex more consistently. When your SMV is high, you're more likely to have more sex with women. When a man is of high value, his actions matches the level of value. You won't often see a high value man. I'm a high value man, a 5-star man. You won't see a high value man doing this kind of things, doing things that could be considered low value. This is why a woman may be drawn to a certain man. Men that seem more assured with themselves and their surroundings. Okay, dating and hooking up with hotter women. As with anything in life, you track what you pull out of the world. What do I mean? If you're a high value man, you're a modern sense of fashion, workout, and do activities that dictate you're a high caliber man. So we're going to a new zone. High caliber. You're going to be attracting high caliber women. Okay, so we're here. Okay. So I mean, I'm not there. I'm just speaking on the script here, the verses here. Okay, get into a high caliber of yourself isn't very difficult to achieve. It's all about self-discipline. Fair enough. Is able to recover from one itis or a breakup at a faster rate. One itis. Men of high value end up in relationships He's confident in himself that he's going to find another high-value woman. It's about having an abundance mentality. A high-value man may feel a bit of sadness, but they don't let it define them. They know they're in control of their reaction to the event. Okay. Having more women in your life in general. Charisma, being a high value man will always do wonders for a man. Women flock over themselves to be around a high value, charismatic guy. These are the guys that typically invited to nightclubs, house parties, lunches, etc. Why? These men provide value through the experience they invoke in others. They bring a sense of fun to the environment. So you gotta be everything, guys. I mean, everything. High charismatic. Don't be sad, okay? You cannot cry. If I see a tear from you, you will lose SMV all the way down. And I can't have that in my group. So you can't cry. I don't care what happened to you, but even if your dog died, I can't have you crying in front of me, next to me. Okay, here's what I wanted to find out. SMV formula. You're more likely curious what aspects in life add or deduct from a man's social value, okay? We're talking about social credits here. Age. Depending on your age will oftentimes give you a natural level of sexual appeal. 20 to 35, 30 to 45, 35 to 45, 45 plus, okay. Skinny, athletic, average body looks, fat / grooming / diet. Ethnicity, it is in an ideal world this wouldn't matter, but because of the world we live in, it does. This category is going to be more favored by white men, followed by blacks and Latinos, with Asian Indian men less favored. This is one of the few factors that aren't in your ability to control. How is your date and your style? Is it modern or dated? Does it lack of taste or out of style? Are you in a professional career, currently going to school? Income? Social game? Do you lack self-confidence? Do you have a sense of humor? Will people consider you charismatic? How to increase your sexual market value? Having a general idea of the formula gives you a roadmap as to what areas in your life you can set as a system for improving. There's looks, okay, there's dieting within that, okay, grooming, obviously, dental, okay, and then there's working out, and here's, it is typically going to be tied with your diet as far as making a noticeable shift in a man's looks and mentality, okay. All right, okay, gym memberships, okay, right. Women want to feel secure, having the confidence to defend themselves if needed, okay. Fair enough. I'm looking at you, Mark Zuckerberg. Good clothes, higher stylist, confidence, communication, status. Your level of communication skills, are you at a loss for words when you're talking to women, or do you have the gift of the gab? Being able to have an interesting conversation with a person can keep them intrigued if you're lacking in other areas. Having strong verbal skills can compensate in the looks department. Fair enough. Money, status, fame. Fair enough, okay. A woman prime decreases over time. Research has shown that the peak of a woman's sexual market value is in her early to mid-20s. Men are typically drawn to the youthful features, a certain hip to waist ratio, okay. Men over time. On the other hand, men don't typically hit the prime until in their later years. Estimations show that men start to hit their stride in their late 20s to peak around the mid-30s. Okay. There's still hope for me. I have hope. Yay, I'm gonna win. Sorry, guys. I just lost SMV. I'm literally negative. I can't even borrow SMV from anybody because I've lost it all. When does a man's sexual market value decrease? Men's sexual market value begins to decline after their late 30s. This can vary from man to man. If you are healthy with your diet, work out consistently, and continue to invest in yourself, this will keep a man's value lasting longer. This is also true for women. Okay, final thoughts. When it comes to sexual market value, understanding what it is composed of and how to tackle these in order to increase your value as a man is crucial. All these factors once time is invested along with consistency can have massive impact on a man's life, even outside of dating, improving These compound heavily with time. Okay, so fair enough. It seems like all this is just kind of priming you to just kind of like be a better person ish, right? I mean, Mogin kind of just like a meme in terms of being a better person, but yeah, I mean, look, okay, it's useful because I can go up now, but once the minute I go past this banner, anyways, it seems like a lot of this is kind of just being a better person, like working on your skills. Like half of it seems like sales tactics, kind of like, you know, work on your, you know, small talk, look better, do all this, like, yeah, you're just kind of marketing yourself essentially. And I mean, I agree with it. I don't necessarily pick up on the whole like women decline thing or any kind of like that. I mean, I just feel like if you focus on yourself, you can kind of figure it out from there. If you're talking to women, you gotta be yourself, because if you're not yourself, you're gonna end up being someone, and then you're gonna get tired pretty quick of acting. I mean, if you're doing this, you're doing a gig. Okay, if you're acting, you're in a job, you're in a career. If you're always working, you're gonna be burnt out. So, yeah, right. And there's aspects you can control. So, I mean, who am I to tell you what you can control? But I've been the happiest I ever have been in my life. So, you know, it doesn't matter how much you mock. And I am privileged to say that because, you know, I don't look like disgustingly horrible. So people don't exactly just look at me and start, you know, puking or whatever. So I got that going on. So yeah, but I'll keep those in mind. Eat bananas, less sodium, keep working out, work on my status. But before we wrap it up, let's look at the top 10 moggers and see what we can find, any similarities, because I want to make sure that I'm looking at the best. What, 10 moggers? Okay, let's look at the images. What in the world am I? Okay, so confidence. Okay, not bad. I see what you mean. Shrek. Okay. Here we go. Wow. Wait, this guy, Brad Pitt, and this guy are down here? That's crazy. What? I remember when this guy, the inmate that was like super hot or whatever, was famous. He has to be like an S. There's no way he cannot be an S. I mean, that's just absurd. I mean, all these guys look, I think they look decent, but there seems a bit of skewness to this, right? Also, I think, and you know, I don't know, I may be using my brain here a little bit, but I think superficially, there's a certain amount of attractiveness that can go to someone, but the real test is, because I've known guys that date a lot of women, but they can't keep them. So I think the problem is that you may not be good at compatibility. So I think these looks maxing only gets you so far, but it's about communication maxing that we gotta look into, okay? That's the newest thing, communication maxing, okay? It's about communication. And yes, I'm coping, but I mean, I'm playing my own cards, guys. I can't just grow 10 inches and be like, you know, 6'9" or something, 6'7". So I don't have much, but I have a brain and I can talk. So you're gonna hear me communicating to you about your feelings. So looks maxing is over. Communication maxing is the new thing. Okay, we're talking about communication now. So yeah. But you know what, guys, this wraps it up for now. Getting kind of tired, and all this like looks maxing, mogging thing, sexual market value, it's getting me tired. And quite frankly, a little depressed, because it made me realize that I won't be one of the big dudes. I won't be in the big leagues, but it drains you. In fact, the aura is so strong in these videos and these pictures, these images of these men, these alpha men, that it literally drains my energy away. It's taking my SMV and giving it to them. So I have to stop looking at these images because it's taking away my own aura. I have barely anything. I have negative credit, but I can only work with what I got. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.